Hey, what's up people, my name is Swarley. Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm gonna be showing you my week 2 battle of the CPC D-League Season 5 against Grantoboi and his Liverpool Littens. If you wanna see the sets I'm bringing on my team, please be sure to watch the team builder that went upload yesterday, Saturday. So yeah, let's continue. Let's start with the battle. As you can see, Granto brought Mega Galate, Crobat, Keldeo, Bronzong, Rotom, Mo, and Mok Alola. Let me lower the volume here. Okay, we're set. So yeah, there's no Marowak Alola. I went too much time prepping for Marowak with my Rotom Wash and my Gligar, my Gliscor, my Gligar. Yeah. So there's no Marowak Alola. Instead, there's Crobat, something I didn't expect it at all. Rotom Mo, there was a slightly chance he would bring it to our match, and yeah, there it is. And Makalola, I as I expected, as well as Bronzong and Mega Galate. Keldeo was kind of a surprise, really. But you watched the team builder yesterday. I have Bolt Strike on my Scarfitini to deal with that thing in case he's a Calm Mind variant. So yeah, before we start, I wanna say that I wasn't paying too much attention on this match. I wasn't thinking ahead of the actual turn, so that will explain my terrible plays on this battle. So yeah, I don't really knew what to expect from Granto to start with. Maybe Bronzong to start with Rocks, maybe Rotom Mo to start with a Ball Switch, or Crobat to start with U-turn. So I started with my, let me change this. Yeah, I started with my Noivern. Yeah, I started with Noivern as he sent out his Makalala. Now I went for U-turn and went for my Among Us, knowing the knockoff upcoming, so he can take off my Rocky Helmet, but he will be taking that damage as well. So now I didn't know if he was staying and going for an Ice Punch or Fire Punch. So I thought my best bet would be going for a Spore, because if he switched out to Bronzong, I will put that thing to sleep, or if he switched out to Mega Galate, cause a stomping tantrum from Among Us does nothing to Galate. So yeah, but he went for Crobat, and he was safety goggles Crobat, cool tech for my Spore, as I went for Rotom and he went for Super Fang. So I didn't have Ball Switch on my Rotom Wash, so I couldn't do that. He went for Rotomol as I went for Pain Split, expecting any other mon, so I hard switch back to Among Us, expecting a Leaf Storm, but he actually goes for Ball Switch. I guess it was an option I didn't take thought about, so he went for Galate, and I was thinking at this moment, okay, he might be expecting a switch into my Gligar or into my Rotom Wash, so he may go for knockoff, knocking out my Gligar's Eviolite, or knocking out my Rotom Wash leftovers. But later, after the match, Granto told me that Among Us was a very hard mon for him, so he needed Among Us dead as soon as possible. So that's why I stayed predicting a knockoff, but actually he goes for Sand Headbutt and knocks out my Among Us and Ass. And in that moment, I was very afraid. I had no longer Well, I mean, special defense among us wasn't as much as needed. I had Dusnark as a special defense for Keldeo, but I didn't thought of that thing Granto told me before after the match that the Mongoose was very that he needed Mongoose dead for his Keldeo to swept. So yeah, I wasn't thinking that way on the match, and that was a very crucial turn to me. So I went for Victini, and I called Victini a Jolly Mega Galate, and it was a roll in my favor in case that Mega Galate hasn't hadn't HP investment or physical defense investment. So I went for Vicrate, and that didn't kill, so he has some HP or defense investment as he went for knocked off my choice scarf. I switched to Noivern expecting a choice, no, shadow sneak, but he went for knockoff again and knocked off my other Scarfmon, so I was damn. I had nothing faster than that Crobat. So okay, there's Noivern. Then he switched out to Bronson, and I thought he would sack that Mega Galate because he was low on health, but he didn't. So this turn I went for a U-turn and went for a Gligar for going knockoff next turn. So he went for a Stealth Rock, but I think Keldeo with his ability may come, so I went for Defog instead of knockoff. As I switched to Dusknark, my only response to Keldeo at the moment, I took that Hydro Pump very well. So now I switched to Gligar, predicting the Mokalola, going for a knockoff or a pursuit in the following turn, but he actually stays and went for a Toxic. So I'm immunity Gligar, and then I switched back to Rotom Wash expecting a Hydro Pump, and I forgot I hadn't Ball Switch, so that was not very smart for me. So I went for Will-O-Wisp, and of course I missed. So yeah, I was very sad at that moment of the match. I went for Noivern, expecting the Leaf Storm, of course. He had a drop in special defense, in a special attack, so I went for a Hurricane, expecting him to stay or going for Mega Galate or something else. But he actually went for Bronson, and I confused it with Hurricane. Now I went for Dark Pulse in the following turns, expecting. No, I went for U-turn. I went for Gligar for going for a knockoff, and he went for Gyro Ball actually. So I was still worried about about Keldeo incoming in my Gligar's knockoff, so I switched to Noivern expecting him to go to Keldeo, but actually the confuse ended, not this turn but next turn. And no, he is still confused. No, the confusion ended, and he went for Gyro Ball, and yeah, knocked out my Noivern. I was expecting Dark Pulse to flinch, or Bronson to confuse hit himself in the turn he went for rocks. So didn't happen, both of those things. So my Noivern went down, and then I went for my Gligar, going for a defog or for a knockoff. I went for a knockoff, and there goes Bronson. I had nothing for Keldeo. So yeah, I switched to Rotom Wash. He went for a Hydro Pump, I guess. Yeah, Hydro Pump. So Hydro Pump could miss the next turn, so he went for Secret Sword. And yeah, Rotom Wash goes down, and then I went for Dusknoir, and I had a Pain Split, Seismic Toss, and Power Punch and Shadow Sneak on my Dusnor. I went for Parent Split this time in case he would like to switch into Crobat or Rotten Wash, but actually he went for Muk and went for Victini to let it die from the Stealth Rock. So I went for Gligar, I went for Knockoff. Okay, I went for Gligar and I wanted to go for Earthquake, but maybe Crobat was something he could switch in, or maybe Rotten Wash or Keldeo even. So I went for Knockoff, but he didn't switch. So I went for Knockoff, and Earthquake will have been the smartest play this time. So now he went for Rotom as I went for my Earthquake. As you can see, Rotom is immune thanks to Levitate, and then he knocks me out on his Leaf Storm. So I went for my last mon on Dusknoir, and okay, I wanted to still make some damage on another mon, so I went on Seismictos. And yeah, then this is pretty much over because Keldeo went for Toxic, he misses, but then he lands that Toxic on my Dusknoir. Now it's just matter of time. Then he goes for Crobat, and I went for Seismictos and Power Punch to go for Shadow Sneak in case something happens like a crit or hyper roll crit, something like that, but nothing really happened there. So we're gonna pick our first L of the season. I hope it being the first and last L of the season. We still have some hard coaches to battle against. We are just in week 2 and there is 10 weeks in the season, so I need to focus better on my battles. I need to settle down my win conditions and concentrate on the win conditions of my opponent and see, okay, what do I have on my team that my opponent needs to be dead, so I can play around that. And also I need to do more reads on my opponent. I need to think now for this turn or the next one. I need to think over a couple turns in the future. So I think that was my main mistake in this battle, not thinking a couple turns in the future and letting my Among Us die so early in the match. Maybe this could have ended in a different way, but we're not gonna know for this universe. So yeah, if you like this battle, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and gonna be watching you guys next video. Goodbye.